What is happening, champions? Here we are in the Jagdtiger 8.8, one of my new favorites, especially after this electric, amazing, legendary, this match. You're going to love it. It's a great match, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Anyway, the Jagdtiger, at this tier, it's so much fun to play these amazingly very, very good tanks and manage their weaknesses, because there are weaknesses for sure, especially with this tank. That lower glacis down there, that lower hole, is very weak, and if they hit you there, you will, most of the time, start on fire. So you need to keep that hidden. Also, you've got that machine gun port, and sometimes that observation device right there in the very front that are pretty easy for enemies to hit if they have the accuracy, especially if you're coming up against another Jagdtiger or something of the sort. But the Jagdtiger, gosh, this is, oh man, after having this match, I'm in love. So we're coming over here to do bridge defense with this guy, and he notices that I am here, and he decides wisely to back off because Jagdtigers don't really need help defending. That's really kind of what this is built to do. And this is post patch 8.6, so the artillery is shit. I'm not worried about artillery anymore. And besides that, I have the large spall liner on my tank. Just look at that. So I'm not worried about artillery, but look at that angle. That's what the enemies can see. That's all they can see, the most heavily armored parts of my tank, and they cannot see my weak parts. The lower glacis and the machine gun port are covered up by the mountain. This is the position to be in when you're in your Jagdtiger. That or hold down, but for right now, this is perfect. My tank is angled. Here's a lurver driver. He probably doesn't know how to drive his tank yet, although I did just track him. He might have been trying to get into position, but something he does later leads me to believe he does not know what he's doing. Might just be somebody who just barely bought a premium vehicle. And then we got a T-26E4, so we've got these two evil vehicles here. I believe the T-26E4 is a premium. And I'm just in this huge standoff right here with him. And this is kind of what the Jagdtiger's good at. The only damage I've actually taken so far is, I believe it's artillery. Actually did damage to me. But because I have that large spall liner on my tank as a module, it didn't do as much as it could. See this lurver driving right out onto the bridge. That's exactly what leads me to believe he hasn't been driving his tank for very long. Sadly, I don't get that kill. It gets taken from me at the very end when he's just about to die. But, you know, them's the breaks. Take another hit from the T-26E4. But it only destroys my track. And I'm trying to find his weak spot. I believe it's the observation device. But look at that. He just got hit for half of his health. Well, not, necessarily. I did do damage earlier, but it took off a very good chunk of his health, at least a third. That was artillery helping me out. And I appreciate it. I really do. Although this is after patch 8.6 and artillery is no longer fun for me, I really think they've raped the crap out of artillery, but I don't know. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it frustrates me so much. I ended up selling my favorite artillery piece. So if we can get this guy here to back off or expose his lower hole, which is where I need to be shooting, because that turret is just far too armored. He hasn't shown up yet. It's worrying. There he is. It looks as if he's backing off. Might be repositioning, going to a new area. Alright, he's out of there. Then I notice this Centurion up here. This is a comedy moment. If you notice my tank and the way it's built, that hole, the upper hole, it restricts your gun depression. So you don't have the best gun depression in this tank. You have okay gun depression, but you can't go any further down than... Nah, we'll see. We'll give you a reference point here. So I'm on this bridge trying to aim down at this Centurion. That's as far as I can aim down. Well, it'll show you. I can't aim down any farther than that. But he hasn't noticed me yet. So I get this sneaky idea. I had my kill stolen, so it's my turn. Hello! Yes, that's what I love to see. Anyway, so we got a T-28 here, very heavily armored, but I'm higher than him, so his commander's cap, more of it is showing. So it was actually easy for me to shoot that commander's cap. At the range we were at, and with the accuracy of the Jagdtiger's gun, it was not hard for me to hit the commander's cap. And as I mentioned before, the height came into factor there. It became a bigger target for me. No one ever thinks about the top armor on their tanks. Nobody ever thinks about why artillery is so effective. Well, used to be. But so we're getting dominated. If you haven't noticed the scores, it's 6-10. They're charging our base. And by the way, I hadn't said this at the start, but this is a Tier 9 game. And down here, this guy in the T-28 is already saying, damn team, blaming the team, fuck the team, our team sucks. With him at 0 kills and both Jagdtigers at 4 and 2. So I was saying, this is where I get a little bit, I turn into an asshole. After I shoot this guy in the ass, he was very unfortunate to be seated there. This is where I start getting cocky and turn into an asshole. You'll see it in the chat. You know me. I'm not going to let something like that slide. Jagdtigers dominate! That's right. We do. We did. Look at that. 4 kills and 3 kills. We are fucking shit up. We are the kings of this match right now. So I'm headed over here. And this is quite an intense and very funny situation that happens here. And if you haven't noticed, look at the other Jagdtiger, Pyromandan. Pyromandan. There you go. I said it right. He was awesome. He was a joy to play with. I really... Pyromandan, if you watch this video, you're a badass. Very, very good to have you on my team. Anyway, so... And he's on 6 kills, so technically he's got the top gun. Technically. And when I say technically, you listen. So, we've completely lost right here. Look at this. That guy's gone. These two over here, these two enemies, the E-75 and the IS-6, think that they're safe and clear, and they're GGing. They're giving the GG, and then they see me, and I pump one into his side. He said, shit, help, man, help! See ya! And if you haven't noticed, I didn't want any of these shots to bounce, so I loaded up my premium shells for this. And... oh, that sucks! But I panic here. Shoot at an angled surface. He gets a really good hit on me, but... I return the favor. Oh my god, this match. This was one of the most exciting matches. I love it. Anyway, so I am left at 63 health, and I have a damaged engine, so I use my repair kit on it, get myself moving, right about there. There it is. So now I'm moving up to speed. And that's where you guys, you got to understand, always carry a repair kit, always carry a first aid, always carry, especially if you're German, the automatic fire extinguisher or just a normal fire extinguisher. So look at our kills. 2 Jagdtigers versus 2 artilleries. A minute ago, it was 6-10. The enemy team was dominating us, destroying us. We didn't have a chance. And I'm saying down there in chat, well now, we just have to not get derped by Artie. And right now, I'm nervous. I'm shaking. I'm like, holy crap, this match is just epic. I have had some of the most fun I've had in this game, in this match. And I'm just enjoying it, to be honest with you. I really am. The 2 Jagdtigers are just wrecking shit up. And the only things left are the artillery on their team, 2 Lorraines, 155 50s. And I'm saying, dude, I'm way too slow. But the thing is he's a Jagdtiger as well, and he's just as slow as me. So I tell him, watch that road, and make sure that these 2 French artillery, which are fast, it's a French machine, it's very fast, just watch that road and make sure they don't try and flank us and get to the cap. Because if they make it to the cap, we're fucked. So I say right there, watch the road, I will make sure they don't flank. And he says affirmative. He was just a joy to play with. He was a good guy. So I'm coming down this road, and we'll speed it up a little bit. Just herp to derp, having the best time. Just really glad to be alive, especially after having that Tier 9 E75 shoot me really hard. Just coming around the road. Whoa! Hello. I guess your sneaky plan didn't work out very well, did it? Boom! 6 kills. Look at that. So in this situation, the tank that gets the most points gets Top Gun. Or the next guy to get the kill gets Top Gun. And keep that in mind. Everybody's telling me, good job, GG, nice. Which is awesome. It's a great feeling. And so you'll see down there in the chat, they're talking about double Top Gun. So the next kill gets Top Gun, right? But also keep in mind, oh, watch this shit. This is scary as fuck. Jagdtigers for life. Oh, shit! Oh! Whoa! Settle down there, Drebin. I see that shit. But I still got the Jagdtigers for life in there. So we keep going straight. That was a near miss. I should have been very, very dead there. Probably yet another reason why you should definitely hook the large SPAL liner to your tank, because it just prevents HE from doing damage. Well, it helps with explosions. And I'm saying, LOL, GG. And we're coming up here. And our team is talking about how terrible they are. And I'm saying, I can't even. I'm not even paying attention to our team. I'm just saying, hey, Drebin is a sick name, man. I have you. You know I'm a Metal Gear Solid nerd. Come on, listen to the way I sound. Damn it. Con. Anyway, we'll keep moving. Keep going straight here. And Pyro Man Dan is thinking, you know, he really wants that kill. He wants the Top Gun, and they kind of make fun of him in chat. But what Pyro Man Dan doesn't know is that he's got the artillery has one hell of a sneaky plan. And I'm having none of that shit. I've got 63 health. I'm not going to go up there and get derped. Because a near miss could kill me. Like that, the one before didn't, which was lucky as hell, but I'm not about to have that happen again. But as you can see, he's at the top of the hill, and there's nothing. He has not found the artillery. That brave-ass little artillery is trying to make his way to our cap. And because he's a French artillery, he may just make it. He really might just make it. And he's counting on the fact that 2 slow-ass Jagdtigers will chase him for the kill. And I am not having any of it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That is why this game is so legendary. I end up getting the Top Gun for this match. I get Invader medal, I get Top Gun, I get Master Gunner, or no, Sharpshooter, and Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, and then to finish it off, I think I get a Steel Wall as well, because of all the damage I had taken. This was one of the most legendary, amazing, just hair-raising, riveting matches I've ever had in World of Tanks. And this is what I live for. This is what I dream about. And it's really just given me a brand new appreciation for this beautiful Jagdtiger, this amazing beast of the battlefield, this hunk of steel. Look at the damage. Look at the bounces. Look at the abuse it took. And look at all the health that I have. And the kills. It's a good tank. It really is. You just have to know how to manage your weak spots. And you will succeed in this. And in these higher tiers, especially a tier 9 game like this one, you have to be awake. You have to be on top of your game. Alrighty then. So now, from now on, you guys that say all premium tank drivers are shit, yeah, watch this video. Anyway, if you like the video, leave me a like, and I really think you should, because good lord, I bled for this one. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Take it easy, gents.